Partisan politics rocked city California today like a San Francisco earthquake. Tonight, Speaker of the Assembly Kyle Sasai's rise to power and the threat the minority Reese's party is facing in the next several days. Will the parties play nice? Can Speaker Sasai reconcile their differences and bridge the ideological gap? Warning, you're about to enter a no-fluff sector. The COTH Report starts now. Well, get your Richter scale ready because the rumblings you just felt are only the beginning. Hello everyone, I'm Joel Reedy, and you're watching the COTH Report for July 21st, 2010. The San Andreas fault has nothing on these assemblymen, whose partisan clashes may very well be felt throughout the state in the coming days. Tonight, Anthony Rollins gives us a special up-close look at the epicenter of this conflict, as well as the expected aftershocks in the weeks to come. Confusing.
We're trying to ensnare us with words.
Both parties worked from a tactic of contradictions today, saying one thing in their caucus rooms and another in public debate on the floor. But contrary to the expectations of many commentators who felt both parties would move from extreme views toward the center, both lilted in the same direction when it came time to debate. Hard to the right. The Our Libertas party was all strong claims and authoritarian leadership this morning, making clear their plans for unilateral rule.
Are we clear? We can already dominate.
Yeah, if we already have together, like if we all cooperate, because we already have a majority, that will work.
Meanwhile, in the Reese's Party caucus, where strategy will be essential to the more conservative party's survival, a cohesive plan was not quickly forthcoming.
What are you guys going to do to reach across the aisle and deal with a party that is much stronger and in the majority than you?
Lots of Reese's and persuasive powers.
So Reese's do not only go to the governor then, you're also going to give Reese's to the other party?
Sure. Well, we haven't quite figured out that plan yet.
In their caucus, they said that they are going to crush you by sheer numbers. What's your response?
Bring it on.
But after back and forth dithering in the campaign room, Reese's new party leader Lucy Lefevre took a strong stance on her deep-felt conservative beliefs in public debate with Assemblyman Sasai.
When it's like welfare, all of that, the government needs to get out. I think less government better.
Assemblyman Sasai, on the other hand, worked hard to play both sides of the fence, hoping to rally his liberal base while appealing to undecided voters in the opposite party.
I'm like Clinton. There are many very bad things about you Republicans. What I look to do, though, is to be able to combine both ideologies, and the fact that I care for both Republicans and liberals.
A few moments later, Sasai would be forced to double back to reconcile his seemingly contradictory statements and reaffirm his knowledge of recent American history.
I don't believe that the government should be involved in very much at all. I believe that there are very few things, if any, that the government should have a part in.
Assemblyman, I thought you said you were a liberal.
I am a liberal. I said I'm like Clinton.
Do you know what Clinton believed?
Yes.
In the end, a vote directly on party lines propelled Sasai to victory. Majority Whip Clara Lefevre, who was instrumental in securing the votes for Sasai's victory over her sister, explained her support shortly after the election.
I definitely align with the Blue Party as of now, but I am willing to listen.
And as far as the sibling rivalry is concerned, both sisters seem to think everything will be all right.
No, we love each other and we try and keep politics outside of family get-togethers and things like that.
She bought us clothes from me, so that's always a good sign.
So
yeah,
she kind of owes you
there's all
one
the
way.
different forms of blackmail. It just depends on what exactly she's doing.
I'm moving out next month, and we've already learned to deal with not sharing each other's clothes anymore.
I suppose all's well that ends well. For CBC News, I'm Anthony Rollins. We'll be right back after this quick commercial break.
Reese's is more than just the name of our party. It represents who we are. Just as there is a perfect equality between the chocolate and the peanut butter, there's a perfect equality in our party.
I am a Reese's.
I am a Reese's.
I am a Reese's.
I am a Reese's.
Between boys and girls, between red and blue, and especially between alumni and new students. There is a harmony in our party you have to taste to believe.
I have always been a Reese's.
Paid for by the Reese's Party National Committee.
Well, it was a difficult day for minority party legislators as not much was accomplished other than changing their party name to reflect the governor's taste in chocolate. But party leaders remain hopeful after all of their members held together today in open defiance against Al Libertas party rule. The day started in a less than promising manner after legislators seemed tone deaf with regards to dealing with the larger party.
First off, to obey the People's Document and to convince the liberals that they need to obey the People's Document, the Constitution.
Okay, and you're going to convince the overwhelming majority in the other room to do what you say is the will of the people. How?
It's possible by agitate. We'll go down with integrity and honesty.
Well, that's nice, and your name will be lost to history.
Governor England was swift to dispatch her press secretary, Anna Melnichuk, to distance herself from some of her party's comments.
We have a brilliant governor, a very intelligent governor, unparalleled, and this governor has an array of skills. Obviously, she is incredibly talented, and that is not, the sole means to achieve the goal.
Assemblywoman Lucy Lefevre and other leaders believe the party's unanimous decision to vote against Majority candidate Kyle Sasai lends strength to their party's claims of unity and believes the Reese's resolve will attract others to their cause.
Once they see that, what we stand for and what we believe in, that maybe they truly deep down inside believe in the same thing, that they'll come onto our side.
On the other hand, Majority Party operatives shared concerns about the Speaker's loose speaking style, but seemed confident that he will successfully lead the Assembly forward.
I know we're Democrats, and I know we think Democrats, suck.
We hope, like we do with Joe Biden, that he'll keep his mouth shut on certain things, but overall he does stand for the issues that our party supports.
Reese's legislators still feel that Speaker Sasai is not being totally forthright in his public statements.
I don't have an acronym right now. Lying, something, flip-flopping, and tyranny.
He was flip-floppy to the point of you may not be able to trust him.
In his campaign speech today, Speaker Sasai said he looked forward to building bridges across party lines.
I believe that we can unite parties, and not only the alumni, but also the newbies and the rookies can have a very, very enjoyable time here.
Assemblywoman Lefevre agrees that the 4-vote difference would not prove catastrophic to the party.
I know we have differences, but I think on some issues we'll probably be able to agree, and I hope that we can work as much together with the other party as possible. It'll definitely give us more motivation to work harder on our bills, though.
Her older sister, on the other hand, feels the Al Libertas party simply has too much to offer to be swayed.
We hope to remain united, and if we do, then the Red Party hopefully will not be able to gain power.
The parties will likely lock horns early again tomorrow as individual legislators now work to move their legislation forward. Well, that's your City on the Hill news for July 21st, 2010. But join us tomorrow night as we take an in-depth look at the proposed legislation.